Do you feel like you're stuck or find yourself attracting the same type of relationships and negative experiences, or just not manifesting what you want in life? Welcome to Heal Your Story. I'm your host, Heidi. Here we discuss all things life, love, relationships, the relationship with yourself, and the stories we tell about ourselves and others. I help people get out of their busy heads and get back in touch with their heart space to learn self-love and help heal their story. I'm a heart space and relational coach, a holistic health practitioner, and author at HeidiDelaire.com and LoveWideOpen.com. Let's go hold some heart space together.
Narcissists. Been there once, twice, maybe even 3 times before I learned my lesson in romantic relationships from being empathic and sensitive and people pleaser. And now I don't attract narcissists anymore, and I am on high alert and know when they're nearby. So, are you mind controlled by a narcissist? Do you have a narcissist in your life who's controlling you? You may not realize it, but this person may also be affecting your mind, your mental health. A narcissist can be extremely dangerous to your health, your self-esteem, and your brain and how it works. A narcissist doesn't care about anything but himself or herself. So controlling you is just part of the game. So let's chat a little bit about this. What is mind control? The basic definition of mind control is brainwashing and persuasion that is done to take over a person's mind. Mind control involves manipulative tactics that help the person affect your brain and behavior. It can take different forms, but narcissists are skilled at using this technique to manage you. Like I said, they are skilled at it. It has been their go-to for life. A big part of mind control is coercive persuasion. This is when they use different techniques to manipulate someone to do their bidding. The persuasion puts the victim under extreme stress and anxiety. Have you ever heard this? If you loved me, you would do this for me. Yeah. Subtle control. Narcissists know how to use subtle control, so you don't even realize you're doing what they want sometimes. Narcissists use trigger phrases to control you. Some common phrases use the word disappointment and statements about their feelings. They may remind you of how you're supposed to behave and think.
This episode is brought to you by the Weather Channel app. Did you know the app can help you forecast more than just the weather? With allergy tracking and flu risk mapping. So you know when to stay inside and load up on podcast. As well as air quality and UV indexing. So you know when to get outside, load up on sunscreen and podcast. Forecast more of what you love with the Weather Channel app.
Here are some signs of narcissist mind control. Some narcissists are good at hiding their real nature. Beware of these signs. A narcissist who's using mind control doesn't care about your feelings or your pain. A narcissist will use a variety of emotional and other manipulative techniques to get you to do or think a certain way. A narcissist may use flattery and love to affect you. This will be used in turn with aggression and anger to control you. So you are love bombed like crazy, like love bombed, put up on a pedestal and then hauled off that pedestal and blamed and shamed. You are the worst. Yeah, you go from being idealized to being degraded. The victim is also isolated from others, so the narcissist can manage him or her easier. Your whereabouts need to be known. Who are you visiting? They get upset if you have friends or you're talking to your family. The narcissist will try to create chaos and uncertainty, so the victim doesn't know what to expect and lives in pretty much constant fear and walking on eggshells all the time. This also gives the narcissist more control because they get to decide how things are handled. The victim is left pretty darn scared and confused that they can't even escape. It becomes this like cortisol and dopamine like hit all the time, right? Like somewhere in there, you know it's not quite right, but you can't leave because bad cycle. Beware of gaslighting and shifting blame. These are common techniques used by a narcissist. Gaslighting, I'll get to that in a second. A narcissist will shift the blame onto you for anything that goes wrong. This is all your fault. If you hadn't done this, then that wouldn't have happened, and I wouldn't be mad. Oh, the gaslighting. Gaslighting is psychological manipulation of a person, usually over an extended period of time, that causes the victim to question the validity of their own thoughts, their perception of reality, or memories, and typically leads to confusion, lots of confusion, loss of confidence, second-guessing yourself, loss of self-esteem, and uncertainty of one's emotional and mental stability, and creates like a dependency on the perpetrator. I'm going to tell you a little story about one of my experiences with gaslighting. Over a decade ago, I was involved with someone who had a lot of narcissistic traits and used gaslighting all the time. I got very involved in this toxic relationship and had a hard time coming out of it because I got deeper and deeper in, and I started losing my own identity. I had to have some people literally come in intervention and get me out of that relationship. But I want to tell you the story. So they started doing this tactic where they would tell me that I stole something of theirs, very, very important things. And, weeks later, it would just show up and they wouldn't apologize for blaming me for stealing it. And it kept happening. And then it became random things. And it got to the point where, because of the manipulation that they were so good at, sometimes I started to believe it. And there was one morning where my romantic partner at the time looked at me as we were getting ready for work and said, "You stole my pants." And I stood there in disbelief. One, I didn't steal the pants. Two, why would I steal your pants? Your pants are like way bigger than mine. Why would I need them? And then are you serious? And then I went into defensive mode of, no, I didn't steal your pants. They've got to be here somewhere. No, you totally took my pants. No, I didn't take your pants. You stole my pants. Why would you do that? You're trying to mess with me. No, I didn't take your pants. I promise. And then I went like on a frenzy. I went into the basement to the laundry room. I checked the hangers. I looked in all the bins underneath the bed. I found myself sitting in front of their closet, like going through all of the piles. And at one moment, I just stopped myself. And I'm like, maybe I did take the pants. And then immediately went, oh my God, you have to get out of here. You did not take these pants. You did not take these pants. You know you didn't take the pants. This is ludicrous. This is just part of this junk that they keep doing. So again, 2 weeks go by. And then they're like, oh, hey, I found my pants. They were at the dry cleaners. Never an apology. Never taking responsibility. It was hard. That was always hard. So that's an example of gaslighting. Let's just say I know it when I hear it now. So how to escape mind control? It's usually not easy to get away from the mind control of a narcissist. In some cases, the victims need outside intervention and help to get away. You may need to seek help from a trusted family member, friends, therapist, anybody to figure out how to escape. Support is essential. Avoiding the narcissist physically may not be enough to escape his or her control, and any type of communication, such as phone conversations or texts, can place you back under their thumb in moments. It's like a weird drug that it's like it just sucks you back in. It's important to remember that it will take time to recover and heal. Your self-esteem and confidence may be shattered, or at least very depleted. Your ability to make decisions on your own can be affected. You no longer trust your own judgment. Your identity practically disappears under the narcissist's control and desires because you're doing everything to please them because nothing pleases them. So you just keep trying to please them. So you no longer express your own needs or wants because then you know that that upsets them. It's a really evil cycle. In some cases, once a person escapes one narcissist, they end up finding another one. Ding, 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 ding. This pattern can repeat. So it's critical not to fall into it. And why do people fall into it? It's because of some sort of their own internal patterning where they feel that they need to give up themselves for love. And let me tell you, all that junk was not love. But you think it is, but it's not. So the mind control that a narcissist can perform will astound you. They're capable of convincing you of anything and making you doubt your own memory. They're able to get inside your head with a simple phrase. So take care of yourself out there. Take care of yourself to learn how to deal effectively with a narcissist. If you want more information on narcissists, there are a couple more episodes you can listen to. Episode 84, episode 92, episode 94, and episode 115. One of them, I think it's either 92 or 94. I don't know right off the top of my head. It's all about character assassination with a narcissist, because when you try to out them, they will annihilate you and try to assassinate your character, degrade you in front of whoever may be listening. Okay, so let me tell you again, or plead with you, take care of yourself in this world. It can be tricky, and especially when it's in the form of a romantic relationship. I really hope you never have to deal with this in a romantic relationship. It takes a toll, and solid recovery plans when you're coming out. I know a lot about this. I help a lot of people with this. So I'm sending lots of love your way. Bye for now.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Heal Your Story. Please subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. You can find me, my coaching services, my book, or book a Heal Your Story strategy session at HeidiDelaire.com. For other self-development articles, go to lovewideopen.com. And you can also follow me at Heidi Delaire or Love Wide Open on all social media channels. Thanks so much. Sending lots of love.